Hi, everyone. I'm Rena Ninen. We want to get to some major developments today in the special counsel's investigation into Russia meddling in the U.S. election. Now, according to court documents, 13 Russian nationals and 3 entities have been indicted for meddling in the 2016 presidential election. All of them face charges of conspiracy to defraud the United States. 3 are charged with conspiracy to commit wire and bank fraud, and 5 are charged with aggravated identity theft. Today, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein made the announcement from the Justice Department. We're told by the White House the president has also been briefed on the indictments. We're expecting a possible written statement on this later today. CBS News Homeland Security and Justice correspondent Jeff Pegues is in Washington. Jeff, tell me, how exactly were these nationals and these entities trying to influence the election?
Well, they were trying to influence the election in part through social media, according to the indictment. This Internet Research Agency, it's based in St. Petersburg, Russia. It is backed by the Kremlin. It might not say that on the incorporation statement, but it is. It's backed by the Kremlin, and there are ties to Putin there. So what investigators are alleging in this indictment is that through this Internet Research Agency, the organization was able to influence events here in the U.S. by using social media to, for example, set up fake protests, in some cases for and against Trump or against other candidates in the 2016 election. So it was that kind of activity that this indictment alleges the Russian operation was trying to carry out during the 2016 election. But, Rena, I want to mention something else. There has been another release by the special counsel's office. And this is an indictment against a man named Richard Pinedo. And this is a name that we haven't heard before. But he is someone who, according to the court papers, and I'm reading these too, these are a lot shorter than the first indictment that we saw earlier today. This is only 4 pages, so this should be a lot easier to read. But what we're told on the first page of this court document, and this is someone who, Pinedo is someone who was obtaining bank account numbers either by registering his own name or he was using stolen identities. And as I read through this, I suspect that this is going to be the kind of indictment where it's connected to some of the money flows. I have to get deeper into some of the pages, but it just shows you the fact that this is a name that we haven't heard before. How expansive this Russia investigation has gotten and all the tentacles that it's reaching for as the special counsel's office continues to turn up information that leads to other avenues of investigation. So we still have to go through this indictment or this plea deal, it looks like, and as soon as we have more information for you, we'll pass it along.
Yeah, and ultimately, Jeff, what would you say, as the special counsel is putting this together, both of these indictments coming out, why now, and is there any way to connect the dots on these two? Are these 2 separate sort of avenues?
Well, there may be a reason why they're releasing these on the same day. Perhaps they want us to connect the dots between this person, Richard Pinedo, and this Internet Research Agency. Was that perhaps the link to the money flows? From the very beginning, investigators have told us that, in this type of probe, you have to follow the money, and that gives you a lot of clues into what's going on, and then you follow those clues, and then that takes you to some of the personalities involved in this. So perhaps they're releasing this on the same day for a reason. We'll have to see as we go through these documents to see if we can make that connection between the Internet Research Agency in St. Petersburg, Russia, to this person, Richard Pinedo.
Jeff Pegues reporting for us from Washington. Jeff, thank you for your analysis.